one of the things we talked about earlier, you said, well, actually, this was about 3 years ago when you were here, when we talked about the crust and the foundation. But at the end of that, you said that you cannot trust your physical eye or your emotional eye. And then you reminded me, you said there's a third part to that, the spiritual eye. How about you enlighten us on that?
Sure. There are three ways to see. And that word see, the Greek word for that is optomeo.
Okay.
The English word is optometrist.
Mm-hmm.
But it came from optomeo. It measures sight. That's when you go and see optometrist to measure sight. I used to be 20/20, but now I need glasses to be able to see. So when you think of your physical eyes, that's the natural. But things in the spiritual realm is more powerful than the things in the natural realm. Because what came out the spiritual realm through the minds of man, they saw this building, this facility. At one time it was invisible. So it came from the spiritual realm. Someone was placed where they saw this beautiful facility that we are now able to come in and enjoy the benefit of that. Well, it came from the spiritual realm. So if you can see with your natural eyes, but it's not the way to see your future, the vision that you have for your life, because it can deceive you. Even relationally, I've gone to many weddings over the years, and I even cried just because it's such a beautiful wedding. My wife many times said, "You're such a crybaby. What are you crying for?" I said, "It's so beautiful." Mm-hmm. And several years later, those same eyes, the person ended up getting a divorce. Mm-hmm. Same eyes. Mm-hmm. You can see through your emotional eyes, and you feel you will not move from the point where you are because of disappointments, maybe bad experiences, and you build a fortress in your mind. Nothing goes in, nothing comes out because of past pain or past hurt. As it relates to the vision that you have for your life and for your dreams, you can only do that through your spiritual eyes. Mm-hmm. You got to be connected to the source. If I pull a plant up out of the ground from its natural source, it will die. If I take a fish out of the water, it will die because it's not connected to its natural source. We as humans, we have to be connected to our natural source, which is Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. When we're connected and seeing through the eyes of Christ, now we can see, because in what we see is a joy afar off, but that keeps us focused, that keeps us motivated, that you are going to take each step until you reach to your final destination.
So connections are very important. Not only, I would say, your spiritual connection, like you said, a spiritual connection that you have with Jesus Christ, but would you say that also some natural connections that you have here on earth with different people that you interact with every day? Yeah, and the reason why I said that, and I just have to bring up my pastor, Bishop Jacquelyn Gordon. If I had not been connected to her, I would not have had this opportunity to interview such a wise man like Mr. Solomon Hicks.
Well, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So, Mr. Solomon, what I want to do is kind of just turn the show over to you for a couple of minutes, and if you could just look into the camera and just give some words of wisdom, advice on how, someone that is trying to pursue their dreams or trying to reach a certain level of success can do that and win in life today.
Okay. I'm just delighted to share with you some of my experiences of my 45 years in the insurance business. And I talked earlier about you keep the light on inside of you. Stay inspired. Stay inspired. Relax. Enjoy the journey. Because a good goal is not a good goal if you lose your family, if you lose your health. That's not a good goal. Set goals, but enjoy the journey. Enjoy time, have balance in your life. I also believe that what's important is that use the light that around you. In other words, whatever's in your hand, maximize that. Don't be a second-rate version of someone else. Be yourself. And then the sense of gratitude. After you've achieved the things that you've done, keep the light on behind you that others can follow. Because that gives you that sense of purpose. And never do without dreaming. And never dream without doing. Because if you are dreaming and not doing, you're really just taking a good nap. You have to put that in action. And when you start doing those kinds of things, the future is yours. The world is yours. If you just stay focused and never lose your dream. There's a quote that I really enjoy by Francis Bacon. It says, "It's not what you eat, but what you digest that will make you strong." In other words, you can come to a lot of different meetings associated, but unless you digest it, it will not make you strong. And it says, it's not what you earn, but what you save that will make you rich. Whatever you're doing, set something aside. That's where you become rich. Put something aside for your future. The third thing is, it's not what you read, but what you remember that makes you learn. And it's not what you profess, but what you practice that will give you integrity. Because that's the level of integrity that everyone is looking for. Never pull up your seat. Think of things in the big picture and be patient with yourself. Enjoy your life. Keep the light on inside of you. Use the light on around you. And then keep the light on for others to follow.
Well, Mr. Solomon, what I would like to do is stay true to your brand and close this show out with singing the song that you normally sing when you close out a phenomenal speech that you've done, and that is, "This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, oh yeah, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine." Thank you, Mr. Solomon.
Okay.
And we will continue to let our light shine. Thank you for winning in life today.